We are live, y'all. Listen, I got everything up. I got the shorts feeds going. What that's about. Listen, I got one from Cosmic Verse. These women are losing their minds. You know what kind of women we're talking about. The leftover women, while men are going their own way and getting their passports and saying arrivederci. I myself will be doing the same here within the first few months of next year. I'm closing things out right now. You heard my son. Anyway, let's go ahead and get things popping. You guys smash that like button. No further ado, let's get right into it.
Maybe we feel a bit overlooked or maybe even unheard.
Why are all men trash?
I keep hearing from women in my community that they feel invisible.
First of all, let me say this is my fault for dating men. Okay, but
being
Stop dating
invisible
us.
comes to all, but it's harder for women because
There's
they're
plenty
missing
carpet
the
out there for you to
attention.
munch.
Is it just me, or does it seem like everybody is burnt out from dating?
Ladies, a lot of you are still single because you've become the whole package. You've become smart, successful, beautiful, independent women.
this whole dating thing, especially at my age, over 50, is just bullshit.
Men don't want to lose the peace they've obtained. That's why they refrain from dating. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole
Yeah,
form
you guys
of support.
subscribe, smash
Thank
that
you.
like button. Let's go.
Women in their 40s and 50s are invisible. Now, this was a statement that one of my co-workers made. And for context, she's in her late 50s. I am in my late 40s. And although I understood what she was saying, that, everything is geared towards a more younger generation, however, I think you have to put some of that ownership back on yourself. And ultimately, you decide how you want to navigate through life and how you want to show up in the world. What are your takes? Let me know.
So I'm sitting here scrolling through Raya and I'm just looking through the pics and hitting nope. And then it dawns on me, I just picture someone else just
What
going
is
through their
Raya?
phone, seeing pictures of me and just hitting nope. It's a very humbling thought.
I agree.
Dating 50 and older. Yes, I am 50 and I am single out there trying to meet me a nice man. But I have a question. Why is it that men just stare? It doesn't matter where I go. I could be by myself, grocery store, social event, brunch, Starbucks. It don't matter. Park, walking. They just stare. And I've started saying, "Hi, how you doing?" And they'll respond, "Hey." But that's about it. So confusing. Can somebody answer that question for me? Help a girl out.
Well, the men just stare for the simple fact that they don't want to approach women of today because so many women have made it clear they don't want to be approached. It's like a lose-lose situation for men. If they approach, they risk being seen as disrespectful or creepy. And if they don't, they're labeled as passive or uninterested. The mixed signals are confusing, and many men would rather avoid the potential for embarrassment or rejection altogether. With the rise of social media and public call-outs, some men feel that even a harmless approach could be blown out of proportion, leading to negative consequences for just trying to start a conversation. So, they opt to stay on the sidelines, watching but never engaging.
Ladies, I never want to need a man for his money, but there are some things that I do need a man for, like taking out the trash, cutting up my Amazon boxes, and putting things together that have more than 3 steps. That's what I need my man for.
Dating in 2024 for a woman
Whoa, holy clown filter.
is insane.
Look
It's
at this
insane. I'm sure it's
face.
like the same for a guy, but like, dang, it's so annoying, obnoxious, and what's left, I guess you could say. The older you get, it's like kind of what's left. You run out of options, I guess, because most of the good ones are taken. I don't know, but kind of sucks. You're limited to not a lot of options, especially in the state of Colorado. Very, very few good looking guys or guys older that take care of themselves that are not super self-absorbed or, I mean, almost that I haven't been married. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's kind of like
Says the woman
somewhat
with
a
the
red
brown
flag, you know?
filter on.
And then they'll ask you, well, you have kids, and they call your kids baggage. And I was like, definitely
they
no.
are.
No, bro. I'll pass. I'd rather be alone than deal with that ish.
Well, those guys are correct. If you're out there trying to date and bringing your kids into a new relationship, it's considered baggage, whether people want to admit it or not. That's just a fact. It adds complexity, and not everyone is ready to step into that kind of situation. But here's the thing. I refuse to believe that these types of women never had a chance at getting a good guy. At some point, most women have encountered a man who was willing to step up, take care of them, or offer genuine love and support. Often these women might have overlooked or pushed away the good guy for someone who was more exciting or aligned with the lifestyle they wanted at the time. Now, later in life, when things have changed and they're looking for stability, the good guys have either moved on or become more cautious.
So upset. Like, I've been on this dating site for 6 months and I've met so many guys, and none of them
Smash
have
that
been
like
over
button.
6 foot. Like, what is going on? One I went out with wouldn't tell me how much he earned. I was like, this is unbelievable. Who does he think he's dealing with? This is me. Hello. The last one that I dated, I tried to check his car key out just to make sure that I knew that he was driving a nice car, because let's be honest, anything that's not a Range Rover, an Audi, a Mercedes, or a BM is kind of not really going to cut the mustard with me.
Makes sense.
Like, I'm a 10. Hello.
Apparently, this is a
Absolutely.
controversial opinion, but I actually genuinely wish more men approached women or made moves, unless they all do and they're just not doing it to me. In which case, carry on. I'll go hide in a hole.
Risk isn't worth the reward, not anymore at least. Problem is, if you're not attracted to the guy, he becomes a creep and cops are called, it's not worth it. No, it's because we're done with the ghosting. You all thinking you're 10s, offering nothing in return but expecting 6, 7, 8. We're done. For the average Joe, it's not worth approaching these days. You just get looked at funny. Whenever women complain about not being approached, they're really talking about a specific type of man not approaching them. It's not a general call for all men to come up and shoot their shot. The truth is, many women are selective about who they want attention from. If an average guy approaches, he might get rejected or ignored. But if it's the guy they find attractive, suddenly they're open to being approached. This creates a confusing double standard for men. They don't know if they're the right guy to approach or if they'll be met with disinterest. In many cases, it's not that men don't want to approach, it's that they don't want to risk the rejection or negative reactions from women who are only waiting for specific men to make the first move.
If you be the cash, I'll be the rubber band. Okay. If you be the...
I keep hearing from women in my community that they feel invisible. Like they're over 50 and just no one looks at them anymore and no one sees them. They can't get help from someone at the store. Like people just, it's like.
We do see them. We see them bagging our groceries whenever we're checking out in the grocery store.
They see right through them. And I just want you to know that that has nothing to do with age. You can be invisible at age 22. You can be invisible at age 35 or 55. And you can light up a room at age 75. We've all seen that woman who walks in and she just radiates. And it's not that it's her beauty, but it's her attitude, it's her presence, it's her aura, it's her confidence. And all of that comes from a belief in yourself. So don't buy into this
What
idea.
she's saying, but
The more you think
75?
about the fact that you're invisible, the more invisible you're going to become. You start to become smaller. You start to wear clothes so people don't notice you. You start paying less attention to your appearance because you're like, what does it matter? I'm invisible. And it's not true. If you feel amazing, people can't help but notice you. All right? So don't give up.
Yeah, this is just cope. The fact remains that women who are 50 or older become invisible in the dating scene. They still get attention, but it's nowhere near the level they were used to in their younger years, and that's why they start feeling invisible. The reality is, as women age, fewer and fewer eyes are on them. When they're in their 20s and 30s, they're used to being the center of attention, doors being opened for them, compliments, men going out of their way to talk to them. But as time goes on, that spotlight dims.
And see, this is what we're talking about with their cope is at max capacity. And also, there are some guys that find this to be appealing. Now, the Young Bucks have come up with a name for this. It's called hag maxing. I think I'm articulating that right. It's hag maxing. Yeah, so, these senior citizens, I guess there is a niche of people for them. But when they come up with a term like hag maxing, I don't think you want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Not just about physical appearance either. The dating market is competitive, and younger women naturally draw more attention. For older women, the drop in interest is noticeable, and it affects their confidence. That's what those women are experiencing. They're noticing their reality changing.
Well, today I finally did it. I finally not only deleted all of my dating apps, but I also deleted the profiles on those dating apps. I am just so sick of these dating apps. They're just the worst. I thought I had matched with this really good guy. We were talking about how texting
All right. Let's examine.
was kind of the worst. We were talking about
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. So now we have a fair assessment. Let's go ahead and let her continue.
all sorts of things that we had in common, like our viewpoints and everything. And then I woke up and he had unmatched me. And I just totally don't
Salute to him.
get this dating thing. I just really don't. I mean, the last thing we said to each other was how we found each other attractive. I don't know. Can someone make this make sense?
Yes, hello, and I would just like to reiterate how
no,
very much I
you're right
hate
about
internet
that.
dating.
Fam, she should be trying to present herself as best as possible. When they're overweight or, they got track marks, anything crazy, they're out there dating to cope. These are broken women, and some of them are just straight up brokies, right? Just you guys continue your celibacy journeys, stack your money up, start going on vacations to get a feel for being overseas, and then make your move. And don't do any of this hag maxing. You know what I'm saying?
I was just dumped by a geologist. He was a Capricorn, so I'm not really impressed. But I guess my kids, it is their fault. And then this other guy, within 48 hours, told me that his ex-wife hates him. He's been living in his car for 6 months. He does massive amounts of psychedelics on the reg, has small hands, and is a recovering addict. Recovering addict? But don't worry, folks, because there's plenty more where that came from. There's the firefighter who's 5'4", the guy never married, no kids, who does surfboard art, a married man who writes erotica. So stay tuned to Bachelorette from Hell.
That's amazing. And I get.
Well, who told her that she was above the level of any of these men? She's attracting at her level, and she thinks that That's what I'm saying, man. Social media is giving women this this image dysmorphia. You know, they think that they look a certain way based off of what they perceive their online image to be, and then in real life, and they don't even look that good. They just perceive themselves to look a certain way with all the filters, the makeup, and the angling of the camera and the lighting. And then they show up, and these guys are reminding them of reality. That's all that it is. They're just like, hey, yo, look, hey, I think you forgot something. Reality. We're out. Listen, y'all say whatever you want to say, but you know, I think the men are we're not humbling you. We're just reminding you of, you know, where you really are at, you know, and to think that she thinks that she looks better than these choices that she had. It's crazy.
Why she wouldn't date some of the other guys, but passing on the firefighter was really crazy to me. Did you notice her only issue with him was that he was 5 feet 4 inches? Not because he was a bad guy, not because he treated her poorly, just because of his height. Think about how much that kind of mindset is hurting women in the dating scene today. They have these rigid, often superficial standards, and then turn around and complain, wondering why they're still single. It's a vicious cycle. Just because a man is tall doesn't mean he's going to be a great guy. The firefighter could have been an amazing partner, loyal, hardworking, dedicated, but she couldn't see past something as trivial as his height. And these are the types of...
Yeah, I think the short hair thing kind of like lets you know what's up. You know, like, you know, something's up. Like, wait a minute. What's going on? You know, there's going to be probably some fembot ideology come out of her mouth.
Of women that complains how hard dating is for them, not knowing they're making it hard for themselves.
Honestly, all I'm looking for is friends with benefits. Specifically, friends with pools.
That's all she's
boats,
good for.
and vacation homes.
Who started this whole idea that men don't like women? Can someone explain it to me? Because what men don't like is the entitlement. What men don't like is the fact that so many women get on this app and talk about things that they want on the first date, and the expectation is like a yacht party with unlimited bottles while their friends rack up a tab and the men have to pay for it. And these men don't owe you anything. Men are tired of getting used. They're getting tired of being manipulated for the highest bidder. When they want loving, healthy relationships with people that know how to articulate their feelings and aren't expected to wait 3 days for a text back if a date went well. They're tired of the games. They're tired of the BS. They just want real. And most of y'all don't even know yourselves enough to be real. And the only women that think that men don't like women are the women that are only surrounding themselves with men who are immature, lack emotional intelligence, don't know what they want. They attract exactly who they are, and they don't like it. Men absolutely will use women as their motivator to be better, do better, be all of the things that a woman needs if she's freaking worth it. And the majority of women have not been acting like they're worth it. Men can't even get the bare minimum, which is basically cooking and cleaning. Y'all will complain about that, but that's a man's bare minimum, and y'all don't even want to do that. But then you expect him to take you to a 5-star dining experience and have all of these grand gestures while y'all just sit back and go get your hair and your nails done? Make it make sense. Most of y'all are rude, cannot even reciprocate anything, and then want to say that men don't like you. Well, they don't like you because you're selfish, entitled, and don't even know how to act like a mature adult. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I don't know who started the idea that men don't like women, but it's completely off base.
It's crazy.
The truth is, men like women so much that some are even willing to travel to other countries just to find them. They're searching for traditional women who still value the qualities that men want in a relationship.
Facts. We love women so much that we're going to other countries and we're trying to give women game, but we're not going to deal with these females that are cosplaying women, and some have the nerve enough to even try to cosplay a lady. And there's a difference between all three. You know what I'm saying? Every female is not a woman, and every woman is not a lady. Okay? And we're looking for women, you know what I'm saying, great women and ladies. And then y'all keep saying, oh, you don't like, no. Y'all are calling yourselves women, but we're telling you that you're not. You're females. You're leftovers. And other men have different names for you, right? You know, Jezebel, covert narcissist, or a couple more, but it gets kind of like, you know, messy when you get down to the Keishas and below that, you know. B word starts rolling around, but y'all are not women and you're not doggone ladies. Just like every male is not a man and every man is not a gentleman. We have to make sure we have these distinctions out here, man. Okay? Can't be out here conflating everything and just thinking everything is the same and no. You know, designators, they matter. Titles matter. When people can look at you and be like, oh, that dude's kind of gentlemanly, like, you know, that's the aura, that's the energy you present, right? When you're a man, you handle your business, they're like, oh, you know, he's a man of his word, you know, he's a family man. You know, when you're out here being a Pookie and a Ray Ray, you just a male, man. You ain't you know what I'm saying? Same with you females, man. You know, but y'all all think that you're all the same because you all think that you're all 10. So you're conflating that too. Like you think a female is a woman. No. Absolutely not. And you're being reminded. And that's what our job is to do. Okay. Now, that being said, appreciate you guys. Go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and share the live stream. I kept the cussing to a minimum and I let the videos play. And you know how much I love to talk. So you guys, you know, support my growth. Support my growth. Come on. You know what I mean? Wolfpack, let's get this. Anyway, I got to go. Gotta get some food and stuff like that. And I'll be back on here a little bit later. Love and light. Again, smash that like button. Share the live. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Time stamp it. All right. I'm your brother and I love you and I'm out.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.